Hey guys, Butt Masher here.
Flaming Arrow, and we're here to talk about
Equestria girls.
specifically this picture and the plotline.
Yeah. Plotline. I don't know any of the plot. Actually, we do know the plot.
Yeah, so on Equestria Daily, right?
Yeah, around
What am I talking
Equestria
about?
Daily. It's
The link that was posted Wednesday, May 1st, it says, okay, so it shows the picture, and then it has a short description of what the show's going to be. It says, when a crown is stolen from the Crystal Empire, Twilight Sparkle pursues the thief into an alternate world where she transforms into a teenage girl who must survive her biggest challenge yet, high school. With help from her new friends who remind her of Ponyville's Applejack, Rarity, Rainbow Dash, Pinkie Pie, and Fluttershy, she embarks upon a quest to find the crown and change the destiny of these two parallel worlds.
well, there's our answer right there, the parallel worlds. And that's why they look so similar. And why isn't Twilight in this world?
She is right there!
I know, but if she... Was she not there beforehand?
Probably not.
If they're parallel worlds, shouldn't she be in both, though?
Yeah, but parallel worlds aren't saying, oh, these worlds are exactly alike. There's differences in each one. And maybe in this one,
The difference is Twilight.
yeah, the difference is Twilight.
Okay. And
if they're parallel worlds, I mean, think about it. Think of the town as Ponyville. They didn't have a Twilight until... They didn't have Twilight until she came.
Yeah.
So, this could be before she came into
Is Twilight still in
Ponyville.
Canterlot, then? Or the human equivalent?
Yeah, no, she just isn't there.
Okay.
Quotations.
And this is like
dumb.
season 1 wrapped up.
Yes, I guess you could say. But it doesn't... In season 1, it doesn't have anything to do with the crown. It only has one at the very beginning.
I feel like you'd have to watch the entire series to understand what's going on in this movie. Because, I mean, they're talking about crowns and stuff, and the Crystal Empire.
Yeah.
And how's the transition going to look? Is she just going to fall through a vortex and then appear as human?
Well, I don't know. But anyways, I don't even know how the animation for the pony is going to be like. I hope it's show quality, and I hope they have... No, wait, they can't have the same voice actor. They better have the same voice actor for...
At least Twilight.
They better have Tara Strong for Twilight.
Yeah.
They better. Otherwise, if I come by...
If it's not the same, I'm going to get extremely angry, and I'm going to watch the rest of it anyway. Fluttershy does look a little too much.
Yes, thank you for
But she
agreeing
is the
with
shyest
me.
person ever. So that
So
only makes sense.
why would she be showing, like, right...
Okay,
like,
her
a
shirt.
hand down besides her crotch? Why would... That's where the dress cuts off. Like, the hand away from the crotch.
That's a skirt, actually.
Dress, skirt, whatever.
For all we know, it could be a skirt.
Oh my god.
Could be shorts under there.
Either way, it just comes down like a hand away from her
Maybe she
crotch.
just has really short legs and her feet are right here. Like right at the end of where the picture ends, that's where her feet are.
You don't even see Rainbow Dash's knees. We should just refer to them as the pony they're going to represent, since we don't know.
Yeah,
their
we don't
names.
know their actual names. I assume it's going to be similar, though. What's a shy name? Catherine? No, that's it. I don't know.
No, yeah, maybe.
Is Catherine a shy name? I don't know.
I know, I can see that as Catherine.
Kind of.
But I can't see the dress.
Maybe
It's a freaking Grandma Sailor.
Maybe her name is like
Oh my
Sherry
god.
Fluter.
This is... Shut up about the... We're talking about the picture.
I'm talking
This
about the
picture
name.
is going to piss me off.
And we're still looking at this thing.
I'm focused on Fluttershy, and this picture... Look, okay.
She's hiding behind Rainbow Dash
Okay,
here.
this is it.
It just
I'm
it's really...
Before we do any more, I'm going to say my view on each one.
Okay.
Fluttershy. She looks like a freaking Grandma
Okay,
Sailor.
now stop there, and we'll go to the next one when the time comes.
We need to go to the next one.
No, not yet.
Rainbow Dash.
Okay, fine.
I have to admit, they just about nailed Rainbow Dash.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't have much to complain about that. I mean, it's a tomboy, has...
How'd she get her hair to be dyed like that, though?
I know.
Like, did she just kind of...
I've seen people who kind of do like that.
Yeah, but it's
except not that
super
vivid.
hardcore. Yeah, exactly.
But then again, it is an animation.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
It's Technicolor.
Yeah. I like how all their eyes are different. Or their actual eyes. I'll admit to that one. I do like that.
They, like, barely have pupils, though.
It's anime.
Well, no, it's gonna
This
be
is like
American,
anime.
I'm pretty sure.
American anime. Either way. Okay,
you think
Pinkie
there's,
Pie, I hate the dress. It comes out way too much. It's like a freaking child. Yes, she is childish, but she's a freaking teenager. You'd think she'd at least learn a little something. And then she has a freaking party hat. What are they doing? And she has a cupcake.
She's the element of laughter. Everybody's gonna laugh at her. I know, but she hates that, doesn't she?
Yeah, she.
That's what made her go gray.
Yes. No, dark pink.
No, anyways, she went gray. Remember in the
dark pink
Discord episode?
It was dark. Okay.
And, yeah,
Discord,
she turned gray.
But
and then she's laughing about it later. I turned gray. She's in the wagon.
I'll agree to that one.
Yeah.
Twilight.
I don't have many complaints with Twilight.
Okay, first off, my complaint with everything except Rainbow Dash shows too much leg. Yes, I admit they're supposed to be teenagers, and yes, a whole lot of teenagers nowadays do show off about that much leg, but they're representing a show for children.
I feel like this is more for the bronies because that's the bigger fan base now, I assume.
Well, yes, but still, you can't have... Of course, bronies will watch, but little kids will watch too.
Yeah.
You can't have...
Little kids won't understand
you can't focus for the bronies, though. You need to also keep the little kids in mind.
That's why they have Pinkie Pie.
Oh my god.
With the super weirdness.
Okay. You still need to be... Okay. It does get a little work.
Yeah, it actually does.
Okay.
Which brings me back to the book. Did we talk about that now?
Later episode.
Okay.
Pinkie Pie, yes. Okay. I do see how it should be childish, but it should... Agree with me on this. They shouldn't show that much leg for little kids.
Okay.
Agree with me on that.
Alright.
Okay, now I can completely skip out of all that. Okay, Twilight. Besides the little leg, it is really good.
Yeah.
I can do less with the bow, maybe, and
a
better
almost completes it.
Maybe
like, without the bow, it seemed too empty.
Yeah, but okay. And then the dresses. They need to be two-piece dresses. You don't see many people go to school every day as a dress. Yes, exactly what I'm not complaining. Pinkie Pie, I guess she can pass since she's supposed to be childish.
She's supposed to be the kid of the show.
Yes, okay.
But Applejack's like the mother figure.
No.
Actually, she kind of is.
Stop there. Anyways, Twilight, it needs to be two pieces. Same with Rarity. Rarity's in fashion with the hair and the handbag, but as soon as it comes to the rest of the dress, it looks like she's going to go clubbing.
I don't see the clubbing.
I see the clubbing.
No.
The shirt comes down too low.
That's why it's covered by her hair.
It's not going to be like that the whole time. The dress cuts off too much.
It's an animation. I like how we just skip Applejack.
Applejack, to me, is a personal little kid train wreck. You're encouraging people to go around looking like this all the time. Like that. Seriously.
Okay.
You're encouraging little kids to go around looking like a freaking half slut. Admit to that.
Doesn't Applejack have 3 apples on her flank?
Yes.
She only has 1.
Well,
everybody else has the right cutie mark. Except for Fluttershy, she only has 1. Okay, if they have multiple things, they're wrong. Because they only have singles. Okay, and then that.
Okay, I'll agree, teenagers nowadays do wear short shorts like that. Mm-hmm. But they shouldn't be showing it to little kids. Yes, they see it in every day, but this is... Kids look at movies and shows and go like, huh, I want to do that too now. If you're going to have someone look like that and be the role model for them...
Okay, that's a good point.
You can't make them dress like this. Yes, you need to keep the teenager demographic in view, but the main perspective, especially since your first targeted audience was for little kids, specifically girls under the age of 10, you should have them in mind mainly. Like, you can have adult references. Like,
the kids won't get that.
Like in Shrek the other day, I saw this picture, and it was the king, and he goes all like, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the prettiest of them all, you know? And it shows a whole bunch of princesses. And he's like drinking this, and then all of a sudden he looks down and goes like, oh! And then looks back at the mirror. He's like, ah, and then he was like, oh, little present.
Really?
Yes! It does that.
I don't like Shrek, so I never really watched him.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. Like, a reference that older people would understand, but not a kid.
If the older people were paying attention.
Well, yeah, but see, they need to have references like that in the show, not sexual references.
It's not sexual.
But I'm just saying, no, they need to have references, like references older people would get. Little jokes older people would get.
Nobody's belly button is shown in this.
How do you notice that?
Yeah, because
but do you see my point about Applejack? It's just a complete train wreck for a role model.
She still has the freckles.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying she's a complete train wreck. I mean, she has too high. The shirt's way too high. It's just barely covering the rest of her boobs, and then
this is a sweet apple egg, so maybe that's the way she only dresses at work. And once again, this leads me back to maybe this is just fan art.
This better be just fan art. If it's going to be the show, then I'm done.